There were nights when the city felt like a held breath, quiet, suspended, waiting for something unnamed to happen. And every night at 11:04 p.m., the stillness broke, not with noise, not with chaos, but with a single hesitant note that floated through the thin walls of the old building. That was when she knew he had started playing. She didn't know his name, didn't know his story, but she knew his music. It was always the same pattern, a soft beginning like someone touching the world reluctantly, then a progression that carried the weight of a man thinking more than he ever said. Some nights the melodies felt lonely, other nights expectant, and once or twice, surprisingly warm, like he was imagining something he wanted but didn't dare reach for. What she didn't know, not yet, was that he played for her, not consciously, not at first, but the inspiration had a face, a voice, a presence. Hers, because he had noticed her long before she ever stopped to listen. She was sitting on her couch with a book she wasn't really reading when the melody broke off mid-phrase. Not a gentle pause, not a natural end, it cut like a confession interrupted. The silence felt wrong. She blinked, waiting for the next chord. Nothing. The building seemed to lean into the stillness. Her breath did too. She stood before she realized she had moved, barefoot on the cool floor, pulse quickening as if the silence were calling her by name. Keys in hand, hair tied loosely. A hesitation she couldn't quite explain, then a soft knock. Just her knuckles gently touching his door, nothing bold, nothing loud. Just enough to say, "I noticed." The door opened slowly, as if he feared what he might find on the other side. He didn't expect her, and she didn't expect the look in his eyes, recognition, surprise, and something quiet, almost vulnerable, hidden beneath. "Sorry," she breathed. Your music stopped." His throat tightened almost imperceptibly. Her voice, the one he knew from elevator greetings and small nods in the lobby, sounded softer at this distance, more intimate. For a second, he didn't speak. Then, "I lost the thread," he murmured. Sometimes it slips away. He stepped aside, she stepped in. His apartment was dim, lit only by a lamp that glowed amber against the wall. Warm, quiet, the kind of quiet that held meaning. The piano sat open, keys still carrying the ghost of the last chord. She walked toward it, fingertips hovering over the air above the instrument, not touching, but close enough for him to feel the gravity of the gesture. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "What you play?" He exhaled like someone who had held truth behind his ribs for too long. "I wasn't sure anyone ever listened," she smiled, soft, small, but real. "I do. If this moment made you feel something, tap like it helps Velvet Shadows bring more cinematic romantic audiobooks to life." He sat on the piano bench. She remained standing behind him, close enough for him to sense her warmth, distant enough for the moment to breathe. He touched a key lightly. "Do you want to know something strange?" he asked. She tilted her head. "Yes, I've seen you before. More times than I can count." A quiet confession, not invasive. Just honest. "In the elevator, on Tuesday mornings. Coming back from work with a look like the world asked too many questions. In the hallway once when you dropped a letter. And in the lobby when you stood by the window even though you weren't waiting for anyone." She felt something warm settle inside her chest. He kept his eyes on the piano, these pieces a breath. "They started changing after I noticed you." Her heart stilled, just for a beat. "Changing how?" she asked softly. He pressed a chord, low, slow, like something unfolding in the dark. They started imagining moments that hadn't happened yet. Her lips parted, not in surprise, but in recognition, a quiet intuition confirmed. "And tonight?" she asked. "Why did the music stop?" He hesitated, then looked up at her, finally meeting her gaze fully. "Tonight, I thought about what it would feel like if those moments actually existed." It was too much. The honesty between them was unfiltered, yet gentle. No tension forced. Just something warm, rising, inevitable. She sat beside him. Their knees brushed lightly, accidental but lingering, not a touch that needed to be named. A touch that simply was. He played a single note. She watched his hands. "You don't have to play for me," she whispered. "I know." Another note. But I want to... Her breath caught in her throat. He began again, the melody restarting from the place where it had broken earlier, but now it sounded different. Not sad. Not lost. Alive. He leaned closer without meaning to, guided by the instinct of someone drawn toward warmth after years of cold. She didn't move away. Their shoulders touched, just the faintest brush, as if the universe tested how close two people could be without speaking the truth aloud. Her eyes lowered to his hands again. Your music feels like longing, she whispered. He inhaled slowly. That's because it is. He paused the melody, letting the last note fade into the air between them. That part, he said, fingers hovering over the keys. The part the music never reaches. That's the moment I can't write. Why? She asked. He looked at her, really looked. Because it's the moment someone has to choose to stay. She felt her pulse deepen, warm against her neck. What if? She whispered. The someone already chose? The silence that followed wasn't empty. It was electric, breath against breath. Distance that wasn't distance. He leaned in, not touching her. Not yet. Just close enough for her to feel every unspoken possibility humming through the air. The piano remained open, but neither of them needed music anymore. Some moments write themselves. They didn't cross lines, they didn't need to. But when she left hours later, after talking, laughing softly, sharing quiet that felt like a secret, he walked her to the door. Will you play tomorrow? She asked. He smiled, eyes steady, warm, certain. For you? I'll play every night. And she knew he meant it, not as a promise, but as a truth already unfolding. In the days that followed, the building began living on a different rhythm. At 11:04 p.m., the music returned, still soft, still intimate, but no longer lonely. Because this time, she listened from his couch, not from behind a wall. And the melodies finally reached the moment they had always been trying to become. If this cinematic love story touched you, like this video to help Velvet Shadows grow. And for more romantic audiobooks, slow burn love stories, and emotional storytelling for women, subscribe to Velvet Shadows. Let the next story find you.